Hi, everybody. My name is Brian. I'm a structural engineer, so this is going to be a little bit more organized. I'm part of a little-known company called Arup. Like the introducer said, we tend to do a lot of crazy things all around the world, so I'm really excited to show you some of our work. First off, I have a real confession to make. I am a geometry nerd. And when I Googled it, this is what comes up. And I don't know, being a Midwesterner, I don't know if I should be proud or embarrassed that the Midwest is known for their nerds. There are some distinct advantages of being a geometry nerd, though. I'm very good at mini golf. I can pack a car, and I'm excellent at that little game, 2048. Is anybody else upset that the 4,000 and 8,000 slides are also green? So after college, I really wanted to test myself, so I became a roller coaster engineer. And after about 6 or 7 coasters around the world, all the corkscrews start being the same. And so I reached out and found a company that would keep me interested, and it's Arup. Arup is most well known for creating this, actually. When all the other engineers in the world couldn't do it, Arup stepped in and figured out a geometry that could simplify this construction and make it possible. And it's actually pretty well summarized right here on this little slide. All of the geometry in the entire building is made from the exact same sphere. That means all of the pieces are identical, all of the pieces are interchangeable, and it makes fabrication and calculations before they even had computers a lot easier. But really what I was here to talk about is a little bit about organic geometry. And that's kind of an unknown word. So I'm going to try and use some definitions. Maybe it means using an organic species, but I don't know if like bamboo floors really count. But when you use bamboo, something like this, like we did in Hong Kong, you can really sense that it is part of nature and part of a great experience. So it's probably not just the materials, but a little bit of the geometry. And then here in Miami, we've just built the Perez Art Museum. And this is an inorganic structure. It's all made out of concrete and steel, but it feels organic because it has an outdoors component. It really allows you to sit and be one with nature in Miami hot sun. And we took that same example and we went even further and we said, what are the true essences of a building? And really, this is all you need in a concert hall. You need sound reflectors in only a few little places, and the rest you can leave to the panorama of Montana. Organic architecture, maybe it also means trapping something that's organic and creating a space for good things to grow. So this is a greenhouse we made in Virginia. But I don't think this one really fits my definition of organic geometry either. But this one does. We got this idea from a Chinese glazed pot. They like crackled glazing in their pottery. And it looks very natural, really fluid and amazing. But for me, as a structural engineer, it's incredibly regular. And so this is the structure of what you just previously saw. And all of these crazy little diagonals are actually stairways and escalators and platforms for concessions and things like that. And so we make something very regular and very calculatable into something that's good. This is right across the street, another one of our projects. It's the water cube, and it's the antithesis of the bird's nest. This is blue, the other's red. It's square, the other one was curvy. And this one looks incredibly unique. And we got the idea from its essence, right? It's a swimming pool which has bubbles. So we looked at this, and this is actually an age, hundreds of years problem of how do you most efficiently break up space. And in 1993, somebody actually answered that question, and it's soap bubbles. It's hard to believe that they didn't know that before. So what we did is we took 6 distinct soap bubbles. We stacked them on top of each other, skewed them, sliced it, did a cookie cutter into the shape of our building, and we ended up with something that's made out of 6 bubbles, 10 distinct elements times 12,000, and we get something that's a crazy geometry. And then at the Met 2 summers ago, I guess, we did the Saraceno at the Met exhibit, and it's the exact same geometry, but it's expressing itself as shape, not as a sliced version of the building. And not all our organic stuff actually is external and easily seen, like the bird's nest and the water cube. We use the idea here of birds' wings. They actually have hollow bones. And so we put hollow things in our concrete to lighten them and let them go farther, let them use less material. And this is an example of using all of those tricks. This is in Seville. We made a canopy over this old, dilapidated part of the city. And this uses wood, which is organic. It uses the waffle shapes, and it really ties all those ideas together. And then this is our most recent thing, where we threw away all of our existing knowledge of materials, and we started to build a shape out of mushrooms and ground up corn. So here we are using organic structure, materials, new materials for new shapes, and thank you very much.